Hey, Cortavius here. Today I'm going to do something on the channel I do not do enough. I'm going to build a champ. I'm really good at getting champs. I'm really good at hoarding resources. I'm not good at actually taking the time to build the account. So today I decided, I'm going to take Neve here. I put a video out, I don't know, it feels like weeks ago, where I said Cruisin had her as the #1 non-mythical champ in the game for PvP. And I've never actually built her. So today we're going to build her.
Hey, before we go on, click the link in the description right now and you can get the great legendary poisoner, Narma, along with 3 epics. You get Anax, Mausoleum Mage, and the best epic in the game, Uugo, as you progress. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out Play and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, Narma's there waiting. These 4 free champions will give you an insane head start in raid, so click on that link before it expires.
So, what does she do and why is she that good? I mean, if I just skip to the passive, she places a black damage buff on all allies for 1 turn at the start of the round. Each time this champ's HP drops below 50%, she does it again. I mean, that's a great way to start. Throw her in a protection set, protect those buffs, and boom, she's a game changer. And then, boy, okay, now she gets a turn and she can come in and put block debuffs and ally protection up. Those can be protected again with protection set. And then she does a heal, and I've seen that heal is significant. I've heard it described as the second best, commonly used PvP champ in the game, other than Marichka. So it's a really strong heal, and it's based on her defense, and she does damage off defense, so that part of the kit synergizes. And then she does on her A2, she does a strong single target damage, and if the target is 50% HP or less, it's always critical, so you don't even have to build crit on her and just target somebody with low HP, and she ignores half their defense in that case. She puts a big shield up, which is based off her defense, so once again, the heal and the shield are both based off the defense, so you can use the same stat, and if you kill the target, she resets the cooldown of all skills by 2 turns. So her kit is a little conflicting, because if you build her for damage here with big crit damage, well then, if you put the ally protection up, she'll kill herself. Because the way that works is ally protectors bring the damage in from the allies they're protecting, and then it gets multiplied by the crit damage. So if you put a lot of crit damage on an ally protection champ, you're going to kill them. So you have to choose how you want to build her. So what I'll do is I'll put defense on her, so I get the shield and the HP, and her damage space is off defense, so she could still hurt with it. It just won't have crit damage, so I won't prioritize that in the build. And if she resets cooldowns, she does, but I'm not going to count on that. And then the A1, she can put a decreased attack and decreased crit rate. You need accuracy to do that. I don't want to put accuracy in the build because it'll take away from her other stats, but they covered that. They have a 50% chance those can't be resisted or blocked. So at least you have a 50% chance of them landing even with no accuracy. So you got a chance there. So really, it's a really great protection. You've got the block damage, ally protection, block debuffs, hopefully protection set kicks in, they're all protected, and she puts a big shield up on the A2. So it's a really good protection-based kit, and she's got a chance to do some damage. So for Blessing, I'm going to put Lightning Cage on her. I think Lightning Cage from 1 to 5 stars is the best, and even 1 star gives you good abilities. You got a 50% chance to protect a buff from being stolen, removed, or transferred. So if the protection set doesn't do it, maybe Lightning Orb does it. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to even get it up to a 75% chance with the 5 star, but all right, I don't have that. If you have a 6-star Blessing, then I'd probably do Polymorph. Lightning Cage is still great, but I'd probably go to Polymorph. I'd go to Polymorph if I had a 6-star. And then for the relics, there's a few choices here. Hold on. One of the best ones is in the clan group. I don't have it, unfortunately, but the Valkanon's Grasp, where it reflects 5% of the damage absorbed by block damage back to the attacker. Well, if you just get it up to a level 12 even, it's a 20%. So that's a 20% reflect damage, which basically makes her a little mini nuker built into that. So I'd love to put that on her, but I don't have a Valkanon's Grasp, even though it's only an epic. I keep getting all the standards when there's only 2 of them in this clan group, and I've done a bunch of clan group fusing, and I just keep getting standard relics, which sucks. So anyway, I don't have that one. So I do think the aspect of Sarath can work on her, because it can stop her from getting killed. I've been told, though, that if it procs on this relic, it won't proc her passive. So yes, it will keep her alive, but it won't put the block damage on the others. Well, what I'd rather probably do is have her, if I have a reviver on the team, I'd rather have her die. That'll put block damage up on the rest of the team, and then the reviver can bring her back. So I think Wanda's Submission is a better choice than that because of that. So this one does have, Wanda's Submission is just great in PvP because all the Armands, Fabian, and Sheepers out there, it just has a chance to reflect those back, which can be, battle changing if that procs. So Golden Elixir can also work too. The Golden Elixir just has a chance to heal her, which if she drops below 50%, the Golden Elixir could kick in and heal her by 10%, get her back above 50%, then you've got a chance then that, she kicks her passive in again because the passive has no cooldown. So it's not the best one, but it's definitely doable if you don't have these other ones. So, as I said, I have her with the Wand of Submission because I don't have the Valkanon's Grasp, and it gives her the best chance, I think, for relics that I have to use. And it gives her 6 more speed and some HP, which is definitely beneficial on the stats too. So, Lightning Cage, Wand of Submission, and then Masteries. You can see that I went for a defense support tree. If you're going for the damage on the A2, you'd want the offense tree. I just don't think that's the best use of her. So there's choices in here. I went with Rejuvenation for the amount of healing that she gets from any source, because she may be healed by others, but it also helps with 5% for the heals she does to herself. You could do Lay on Hands and Healing Savior as 2 choices in the support tree. I went for Resurgent, the chance to remove 1 debuff by 50% if she gets hit. So if she gets CC'd, she could come back from that, in which case she could use her heal. So whether you increase the value of her heal or you give her a chance to heal more because you remove a debuff, it's just those 2 support tree ones versus these 2 defense ones are just a choice to make there. I think the rest of these are pretty clear, with the exception, I guess, of in this space, you could take Cycle of Revenge to increase her turn meter by 15% instead of taking the Retribution. With Retribution, I just got a chance. She's got a 50% chance on the A1 to decrease attack or decrease the crit rate. That could have helped take that nuker that just hurt her, to reduce his ability to hurt somebody else. So just another choice between these 2 down here in the defense tree. I like Bulwark because it decreases the damage the allies take and brings it to her, and then maybe she procs that passive again. So, just choices, I guess, there. I just like the support and defense trees on her in general. So there's choices within that. So that's, I guess, everything but the gear. As I said, I'm going to look at 9-piece protection now. So let's pop over to the optimizer. All right, so in the optimizer, I'm going to have her in balance mode. I put to have off lock champs. I'll probably do it locked and then unlocked and just see how different the build is and whether it's worth stealing and who it steals from. So it's got her masteries in there because I just did them. Battle, I don't really care because I'm not going for damage. I put 60,000 HP minimum, 250 speed, and then I prioritize defense at the highest for a 1. You could put her with lower speed if that gives you a better build, because really she starts the round off with the block damage. So I'm going to want her to get some turns in to be able to use the heal, but that's just a choice. And then I did put in here that I can put defense on any of the bottom boots. I could have done it on the top 2. I got plenty of oils to redo this stuff, but I put it on the bottom for now. And then I could deselect stuff down here, but since I'm only pulling 9-piece protection, it'll go fast anyway. I put 9-piece protection in on the sets. I told it I could use defense glyphs. I should put HP glyphs in, and I have defense, HP, and speed. So only put those in if you have the glyphs to do that. So I'll then ask it to optimize, and I bet you that'll go quick because there you go. It's 9-piece protection. So I could get her an 8,300 defense with 66,000 HP. Low crit, but I don't need it. Low crit damage is good. Some resistance, which isn't much, but I don't really care, and no accuracy. So that's a pretty good build. That's a lot of defense. I'd have to steal from Cardiel, Elva, Morrigan. I could live with a couple of those. So I'm curious. I'm going to rerun that and see what I get if I don't steal gear. So if I don't steal gear from people I really do want to use in other content, I got to keep moving gear and doing free gear swaps. I lose 6,000 HP and I lose 500 defense. That's a lot. But she still has 7,800 defense and 60,000 HP. So honestly, I think I'm going to give that a shot. And that, all right, so I glyphed and ascended a bunch of stuff, and I did better than what I thought I would get off the build. So I think the build I was targeting was going to have a 250 speed with 7,800 defense and 60,000 HP. I got up to 76,000 HP, 7,800 defense, and 263 speed. So that was better. And I guess I'm sitting here at flat HP on the banner, which I could still glyph. So I did get HP on the Ascension, and on that one I've got defense on there. I got a max roll on the HP. Flat HP, and then I got HP percentage on the boots. Just costs so much of the stuff to rework it, and there's so many choices. So I stayed with the HP percent going, man, I mean, speed and defense would have been better, but HP percent's still good. So I left that there. And then this one's got HP percent as well. I'd rather have defense percent, but I didn't want to use more stuff on that one. And then this one, man, it took me 10 rolls to get something other than crit damage, crit attack, and attack. It was giving me all the damage stats. Finally got defense percent. That cost me a bunch of the stuff to redo it. So, and then upper ones, I got defense on every single roll, first roll. So those protection items got all defense on it. So I could come back at some point and drop the HP and switch those to defense if I feel like the build doesn't do what I want. I'll stick with what I got. I don't know if I want a lot more HP, though, because then I do want her to go to below 50% HP, but I don't want her to die on a one-shot. So there's kind of a magic there. You want enough HP that she doesn't die, but not too much HP that she doesn't go below 50. So I think I'll stick what I have for now before I bump that one up to full. So she's now built, right? You know, we have gear. It's built. We've got Wand Submission. We've got a blessing on her, and we've got mastery. So let's take her in for a spin, right? Let's go see what we can do. Let's do a few live battles in here. I got an hour and a half in here. All right. We've got a guy in here. Fabian could be a problem. We could ban him. He's got a 6-star awakened Siphi. I went with Armands for speed. So they got to choose between my damage reducer and Armands. I'm sure they'll ban Armands. So I'm basically going to try and protect myself, reduce their buffs, and then try and clean house with some damage. So I'll probably get rid of Fabian because he can be such a pain. Let Georgia go. Can he go through block damage? I think he can go through block damage, though, so that would be a problem, right? Well, they banned Ancora, so they're going to let me. We'll see who's faster here. There's Siphi, 6-star awakened Siphi and Arbiter, or my lonely Armands? What do we got here? Your turn! Woo! So we got block damage we're not going to use. They have no stone skin. Hey, well, that's a real problem for you then, because we're pretty much going to kill everybody. So, yeah, that didn't work out well for them. All right, well, not too much of a showcase there. So let's try that one again and see what we get. I'll be back. All right, and this one we got a stronger team. We got the Ukrainian duo, but my royal duo matches up well there. They went first, so they were able to pick Armands. And they've got some, you know, they got a +2 Leo. Let's ban the Armands. Hopefully they don't. Oh, so they banned Narcissus, which could have done the one-shot on her and leaving me just the Marios, which will allow her to revive everybody. With a double reviver, that could be a problem. So I could do defense. I could do speed. So we're going to find out let's find out if those protected buffs get out there, because that'll really help me. And then that'll give Fabian a chance to get in, Fabian. So protected debuffs on everybody but her. I'm actually faster than them. That's kind of crazy. All right, well, let's see if we can lock them out. They'll attack him, which is nice because the block damage blocks that from happening. We'll cleanse that off of him, give Marius a turn. And with Taras sheeped, he can't come back to counterattack, which is nice. Well, I doubt that A2 on her is going to kill a Marichka, but let's give it a shot. It didn't do anything. Well, that's a real shame. All right, so let's see if we can get him petrified. She can do a whole lot of healing. She fears, yay! So I don't have block damage. He fears, hey! All right, put up his buff. Marius gets sheeped. So we are about to kill her. It'd be nice to do that before Duchess gets her revive back. It's a benefit of having Fabian in there. He petrifies her. Man, that guy is a real pain, isn't he? I mean, between Armands and Fabian being getting to everybody, it is pretty crazy the amount of control you have. All right, we can reduce the duration of his unkillable. There goes Leo. We can petrify you again. So having the single AoE damage dealer is kind of working out because we're just not letting them take a turn. But we need to stop her before she can revive Marichka, or we're just going to cycle back through this stuff. All right, let's make sure he doesn't do damage. Can we get back? So we can do the heal, which we don't need. Block debuffs, ally protection. Honestly, we really don't need any of it. I probably should have put that decreased crit rate on her, on Taras. Decrease the duration. Yes, cooldowns. All right, well, this could probably just take a little bit. I'll bring you back. All right, we got another A2. Let's see if this A2 can actually do any damage. Well, it did some, but not too exciting, huh? No crit damage. All right, well, he saw the writing on the wall. He decided to leave. All right, well, that is 3 victories in a row. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get another one. I don't know that we've really had a great, strong competitor. Well, there's 53.93. That's the best we've seen for live arena points, at least. So I don't really do this much, so I think I'm low in the season's rankings. But I got 3 wins in a row, so he goes first with Armands. I'll bring him back when we got a full team. So it's a good team, and really, my just showing Eve is not a great showcase here, because he can ignore the block damage. Queen of Hearts can be a problem. Armands can sheep, so it's probably not the team I would have picked, but I'm doing it just because I want to show her. So I got to get rid of him, because he can just kill people through block damage, so we'll try it. But I might just get sheeped and controlled a lot. So they banned my Narcissus. So we'll see. I think I'm actually going to put Fabian because I don't know how fast they are. Maybe I got a shot to go before the Armand. They're probably faster because that's not my fastest champ, but we got a shot. So that at least would make life easier if I could control them before they control me. Do we protect our buffs? This could be a big one to be protected. We protected everybody but Mary. I don't know, only 2 of the 4. Hey, we get to go first though. Look at that. Second fastest champ is still faster than them. So we will lock them out, which really helps. Let's go ahead and I think I want to control one of those 2. Man, all 3 of them. I'd like to control everybody here. Let's just slow the Armands down. I guess he's sheeped anyway. I mean, he's controlled. Probably should have done the Arbaeus. Well, I can't do much here. I don't have any abilities. Marius would be nice. Well, he's got his, so he can self-buff and then not take a turn because I buffed and gave her a turn, but thankfully she couldn't do anything with it. All right, that's a couple down. That would have been nice to kill him before his HP burns get to us. He's going to take a turn. Oh, he's going to get sheeped. Or, feared. Nice. We're definitely getting well on the RNG on this. All right, there goes their big damage dealer. She does not have a revive. All right. Now I'm kind of curious. I mean, that's 4 in a row. Honestly, can't say how much of that's been Neve in this, but we are 4 in a row, which I don't normally do. All right, I'll bring it back when we got full teams here. All right, we have our team. I got first, so I got to pick Armands. We'll get rid of the irritating guy. They didn't ban the Armands, so let's show them what speed looks like. Yes. No way you're faster. No way. You better have Stone Skin or this fight's over. Leave the fight now. No Stone Skin. Yeah, that's not gonna work, dude. I think I got even an easier matchup after winning 4 in a row than I did on the other ones. Let's just go with the A2. Oh, well, we didn't do anything. All right, we're at 5 in a row. Isn't there something you get with these things? You gotta win like 10 in a row?
One eternity later.
All right, let's try the A2 on Embrius. Oh, she gets the kill. Neve with the kill on Embrius for the win. Nice. We're still rolling. All right, this one we've got a couple damage dealers in there with the Kymar who went first. Let's see what Frolny can do. They've got I don't have a lockout, so that Raglan can pick people up a lot. And Kymar will reset, but they didn't control my Narcissus. You're gonna go down, Marius. All right, another one down. I'm telling you, I've never won this many in a row. I mean, honestly, that's 7 in a row. So she's got to be doing something for me. I'm definitely going to see if I can go for 10 here. Let's see if we can go for the 10-0. It just can't happen, right? I'll be back. All right, we're going to give them all the speed on the planet here and give them Wukong, and they banned my speed lead, so we're definitely going to see if she can keep us alive. I am putting her in the lead in general, by the way, because that means an AoE attack comes to her first. So can skip that with his single target ability. but if he does his AoE, it'll hit her first, and then if she gets damaged, she'll put the block damage up on everybody else. So it's not always the best aura I'd want, but there's a placement in the order that I'm picking there. All right, they're going to go first. They're going to steal my turn meter. Wukong's going to whack. I've got Ancora unprotected. Everybody else protected. And yeah, that's true. Lysandra and Marius, not a good match for them. He's going to keep doing his attacks every time she tries to steal his turn meter. All right, Wukong, what do you got? Tries to steal the buffs. 3 of them protected. That's not doing much. She tries to reduce the duration. Can't do that on protected buffs either. Oh, Lysandra targets Marius. Yeah, that's not a good move, Lysandra. Yeah, we'll see you, folks. All right, that's another win. Man, whoa, are you not entertained? That is! Earned by getting 10 battles in a row. I clicked on it. I didn't catch the name of it. Which badge was that? I even looked for it. Couldn't find it. Look at that. Are you not entertained? Earned by getting 10 wins in a row in Gold 4 of Live Arena. All right. Well, look at that. That's a new badge. We got to put that on our page, right? I don't know how much I've been to these badges, but I think that is kind of nice to have this Gold 4 glowing badge up there. So that's 10 wins in a row in Live Arena. I guess a couple of them were before I got into this, but I mean, look at that. That's 3, 6, 8-0 today with just after building her, and 10 wins in a row in Gold 4 Live Arena. So, I mean, I'm not high in Gold 4 Live Arena, and I won't say these are the best people I've ever faced, but there's a couple 5,000s in there at least. So that's what happens when they have these seasons. I think when you just don't play much, these seasons really help. So, hey, I'll call it there. I mean, she's pretty fun. So I definitely need to put her on a 3v3 team because I think that'll up my defenses when I put good teams in. And wow, I mean, that certainly made Live Arena a better experience than I've typically had. So picked up the 10-0 gold patch. So, hey, hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and come back to the channel. Thanks.